Yeah, well, I'm not so as upset as like a lot of other people are. It was a bit of a bloody shock because he was a health freak and all that kind of shit. But
Yeah.
like, well, fuck, I've never met the bloke, and like I liked his earlier movies, and then he started getting into that fucking what was that one where he was bloody Indian spirit man that could change into fucking all these bloody animals to save the fucking environment nonsense crap he was on at one point there.
No, dude. I really don't. I never really like followed Walker Texas Ranger or any of the other things that he did.
Yeah, I
To
never watched
me,
that one either.
he was always the guy who got his big break from Bruce Lee, and he was riding Bruce Lee's coattails all the way up until his death. And that's the way I see Chuck Norris. And
Well,
that
I got interested in with the Mission Impossible, the no, Missing in Action movies, the Delta Force
yeah,
movies, and fucking was it Invasion USA, like the shoot 'em up ones that he did.
right,
I
yeah.
wasn't into the kung fu shit.
Right. Yeah, because you were more the action movie guy, and like I get that. And I get people who, who and I'm not saying I'm mourning him or anything, and I'm not gonna, call people stupid. I just, I don't whenever a celebrity passes away, I don't have any strong feelings toward it. Because A, I didn't know them personally, and B, like they're it's just another it's just another thing.
Eh.
Um, I don't
Were you
know.
ever a fan of Buffy?
I watched it, but I wasn't like a fan.
Okay, oh well, at least you'll have an idea of what I'm going to go on with next. Well, they were going to do a reboot, and it didn't get past the pilot, and it was going to be
Mm.
woke fuck shit nonsense fucking crap.
Oh, gee,
Um,
imagine my shock.
yeah, but what's funny is that like Sarah Michelle Gellar's come out and she's all upset about it, and it's all like fucking the woman who famously didn't want to do the fucking show anymore and refused to show up to any interviews or reunions and shit and bitched about fucking Joss Whedon being abusive and all this kind of shit. Now
Mhm.
she really wants to do it. Well, yeah, okay, rightio, nah. Um,
Well,
now,
she wants to
now,
do it because she's gonna get residuals from it.
probably.
Well,
Uh,
it's definitely because she gets even though she wasn't in the movie that Joss Whedon did, she still gets residuals from the movie, as does the original actress, whatever her name was, um
who
that
cares? She's too ugly to fucking remember now. Too old and ugly. She's
well,
irrelevant.
yeah, but Sarah Michelle Gellar isn't that much more attractive these days.
I thought it'd be fucking funny though to see a 50-year-old Buffy trying to kick some cunt's ass whilst trying not to throw a
Oh,
fucking hip.
yeah, that'd be hilarious. She's walking around with a walker because she's like broken everything in her body, like fighting vampires, and now that she's dead, there's like another Slayer.
Well,
Because
that's what was supposed to happen. There was supposed to be a
yeah,
new Slayer, and fucking apparently in the pilot, fucking Buffy only shows up in like the last 30 seconds, chucking a Luke Skywalker from fucking what was that stupid fucking idiot movie
I'm
where he
Luke
fucking died?
Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
No. That's it was the Farce Awakens, where it's like we're looking for Luke Skywalker, and he's only in like the last fucking 10 seconds or so.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't he like say that Luke Skywalker is dead or some shit at the like when they find him?
nah, no. Like he
Mm.
doesn't say anything. She shows up on fucking bloody craggy fucking island or whatever the fucking stupid bloody shit fucking Irish fucking shithole's called, and goes to hand him the lightsaber, and he takes it and just fucking throws it over his shoulder.
Oh yeah, he just like tosses it in the ocean or whatever.
Yeah, fucking but yeah, so the pilot got cancelled, and everyone's sort of going, "Oh, it might be resurrected." But like 4 days ago, fucking Nicholas Brendan fucking carked it out of nowhere.
Mm.
So it's like, yeah, you're not getting the
Well,
original
that's the
cast
guy that
back.
played what's
Xander,
his name?
yeah, Xander.
Yeah.
And Joss Whedon's not coming back.
Well, yeah, he's not coming back. They're like
Fucking,
he's canceled.
yeah, Willow won't be back.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to do it. There was talk of maybe Charisma Carpenter coming back.
Oh,
Who's
there's no
actually
way in hell she's gonna come back to do it. She hated
well,
doing the show.
it's no, she hated Joss Whedon. 'Cause she also did Angel as well.
Yeah.
But fucking that's neither here nor there because it's not going ahead anyways. And like it's a bit of a pity because Charisma Carpenter's actually a fucking not a bad sort for a 50-year-old.
Well, she's also a good actor, and it's a shame she hasn't been in anything since Buffy.
Mm.
Um,
Oh
well,
no, she
she
has.
was
It's
an
just been like
angel, but
little TV shows since then,
yeah,
though. Yeah,
wasn't she in that Dollhouse show? She was like the
I think so.
main character of the
No,
Dollhouse
that was
show.
That was Elijah Dushku, and she won't be coming back because she's expressed fucking umbrage with being a Me Too monkey herself.
Yeah. Did
And
you
like,
hear that a bunch of like companies are firing their woke employees?
yeah, Starbucks
I
just went up and fucking just shut a whole bunch of their fucking locations, and then like all
Yeah,
the
so
woke
I was
fucking cunts that refuse to work there are like, "Well, aren't you going to place us in another spot?" It's like, "No, they're all full. See you later."
yeah, so I was reading an article the other day, and Starbucks had shuttered a bunch of locations because of the strikes. Like, oh, Starbucks is making all of this money and they're not giving us a livable wage. And look, I understand the whole wage thing and whatnot, but I also understand how corporations treat unions these days, where they'll save the money and just shut down a location.
Yeah,
And just go, you know what, the hell with it. And we'll fuck off back to Seattle. Now, what I think is here's something that I think is going to end up happening with all of this. And I kind of want to thank the Wokies a little bit here for at least starting this trend, because like huge corporations have just destroyed like any meaningful competition in the marketplace, which is why we have stagnant wages. We have stagnant wages because people don't have options anymore. When
mm,
you want to go to a store and get like everything on your shopping list, from like a TV to a magazine, you go to Walmart. When you go shopping for food, again, you go to Walmart or Target. There's only one or the other. And mom and pop stops, and that's not to say like grocery stores don't exist, because they do. Grocery stores absolutely exist. And you go from one or the other. And grocery stores, there's like maybe two, maybe three if you're lucky in an area, but they're all like massive corporations, and they're all talking to each other to make sure that they, set their prices, the same way. When you go to the supermarkets and you go, and this is an actual thing, because I worked in grocery for a very long time, and this is an actual thing that happens. But when you go to the store and you go like you go down like the soda or the cereal aisle, these companies will buy up as much of the shelf space available. They go into a store and they go, "Hey, how many racks do you have open that isn't like taken up by another brand already?" And they'll go, "Oh, well, we've got these many racks available, and they're in this amount of stores." And so you'll see like someone like Pepsi or Coke, they'll walk in and be like, "Okay, well, we want to fill up half of this one wall with just Pepsi products." And that's why you see like Pepsi and Coke when you walk into walk down the soda aisle. And you'll only see like a handful of like brands when you go down the cereal aisle or soup aisle or whatever. You'll only see like, a couple here and there. Now, this does two things. it reduces the amount of uh, orders that a store has to make. So it cuts down on labor cost, and it increases like brand loyalty to an extent. Now, with the wokies doing all of this, striking and whatnot, and Starbucks, because Starbucks, whether you want to, whether you like it or not, is an industry leader. When they do something, like basically the rest of the industry does it. So you'll see like you're gonna start to see, places like Taco Bell or McDonald's or other fast food chains. And I say fast food chains because technically Starbucks fits into that model. You'll see other fast food chains start to shutter places when they think that the employees are asking for too much money, and that's going to leave a big vacuum, and that big vacuum can only ever be filled by like mom and pop places. And then
Well,
what will huh
with Macca's, I reckon that's probably going to blow up in their face in
Mhm.
some places, like say for instance California, because in this market at the moment, because Macca's is actually more a real estate company than it is an actual
Right.
fast food company. They buy the properties that they put the restaurants on. They own the actual property
Yeah.
itself. And fucking say for instance like California, for example, you gotta know that there's some fucking evil fucking like bloody property taxes and shit, and like you can't just leave a property just sitting there fucking paying taxes and shit because it'd be a money
Right.
sink. So it like they would probably have to be forced to keep a lot of those places open, or else they'll be stuck with all of these empty properties that they're not making money on, but they're
No,
fucking
they'll
losing money
just
on.
I think what
Can't
McDonald's
sell.
will end up doing, because they've done this in the past, is they'll just sublet the land.
Yeah, possibly, but in this market at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, at the current moment, yes,
Yeah.
that is definitely the case. But um California has a bigger issue. And that issue is that all of the companies that are in California are leaving California for other places.
Mm.
Um a lot of them are going to Texas, a lot of them are going to Oregon. And they're going to
Line up the
like
Oregon Trail, are
you died of dysentery. Um they actually made that into a tabletop game. It's like it's not a board game. I want to say it's like a deck building game.
they? Mm.
But or like a card game. But I digress. But they're moving to like red states because the red states are more like they're more tax friendly, I guess.
Yeah, business
And
friendly.
yeah, and California and Manhattan, right? Like we're gonna focus on Manhattan specifically because New York was trying to do a boil the frog thing, and they were trying to like just slightly bump up taxes, over the course of like however long over the last 20 years. And Mamdani comes in and just jacks up the tax rate in Manhattan because he comes in and like within the first week they're broke. I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, Mummy Dunny came in and said, "Oh, we're going to do this thing that I
Mm.
saw on an episode of The Simpsons once. The garbage men are actually going to come into your house and take the trash bag out of your thing and replace the trash bag and fucking spritz and fucking clean the bloody bin and all this kind of fucking shit with their pressed uniforms and all this kind of stuff. And how are you going to pay for it?"
Exactly.
Mhm.
I am glad I moved out of the state of New York, if I'm being honest. Um I I I miss my home, but as far as I'm concerned, my home was impacted by a meteorite shortly after I left.
Mm. Yeah, well, speaking of what fucking dickheads in California do, it's funny because these dickheads in Victoria, which is basically our version of California,
Right.
are starting to do the same fucking thing. So after like fucking 10 years of continually voting in the fucking Labor Party and having 2 terms of a guy called Chairman Dan, or what was his name? Bloody, fucking who cares, a stupid cunt.
Chairman
Um,
Mao. Wait, what?
Chairman, Chairman Dan.
What? You're.
Dan Andrews, that's the cunt.
I.
Dan Andrews.
I think. I think you're saying Mao wrong.
Well, they call him Chairman Dan because he did try and sell us out to the fucking Chinese by fucking allowing like these Chinese contracts to come in, and then tried to slip in that the federal government would go guarantor if the state of Victoria failed to pay. So basically, making the rest of the country fucking pay for their infrastructure shit.
Well, basically turning the country into a Chinese fucking what's it called? A Chinese asset.
Yeah, pretty much. And he was the asshole that did the real fucking draconian lockdowns. Like Victoria was the state that got locked down basically from start to finish in COVID. Like everybody else in the country was allowed to go places, but fucking the Victorians just could not stop fucking eating their own poo. Like
Yeah.
that's what they must have been fucking doing because yeah, and then you know we used to get these cunts that like, oh, well, I got COVID, so I need to go for a fucking drive up through New South Wales into Queensland. And they're like, when they get caught, they're all like, oh, no, we were just going through the normal means. They're like, okay, so why were you taking the back roads like hundreds of miles out the fucking back buggery to go the inland route? Anyway, bloody, so yeah, he got fucking replaced by Sheila called fucking Jacinta Allen, who is a gormless looking fucking creature of a fucking hag of a fucking whorebag cunt. Is about as useless as fucking tits on a bull, right? About as useful as fucking dog shit in a punch bowl. And she's the one that's now got the massive crime problem, the fucking machete problem. She's the dipshit bitch that fucking thought that fucking an amnesty bin for machetes was going to work because, like, yeah, the criminals are going to be all, like, nice and shit and just like, yeah, okay, since you asked nicely, we'll just chuck our fucking machetes. Nah, you stupid cunt. And they had to get rid of them because no one was using them. Like, duh. God knows how much money that fucking cost them. So now Victorians are getting the shits with the fucking Labor Party, and they're all like, there's like 1/3 of Victoria now wants to leave Victoria and move to other states. So like the Californians were doing.
So yeah, so they can
Arizona.
turn the other states into fucking Victoria.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that fucking commie virus is going to fucking move to New South Wales, and then those dumb cunts are going to go vote fucking Labor because, well, yeah, we want to be like just home. Well, then fuck off home then.
Yeah.
But then there's we're in the middle of a fuel crisis that, according to the government, is not a fuel crisis, but they've appointed a fuel czar to fix the fuel crisis that we're not having, and they're hurriedly trying to get fuel from other countries to fix the fuel crisis that we're not having. And they're trying to work with petrol companies to keep supply up to all of these service stations that are running out of fuel in the midst of a fuel crisis that we're not currently having. And fuel prices have fucking skyrocketed.
You know what's really freaking hilarious is we offered to sell Australia a bunch of fuel recently, and your guys' prime minister was like, nah, go fuck yourself, Trump.
Yeah, and that's mainly the reason why we're in this fucking mess, right? So they went and carried on like, oh, we had no idea this shit with Iran was going to happen. It's like, motherfucker, Ray Charles saw it coming.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I know shit was for like 6 fucking weeks monitoring fucking all the OSINT fucking channels on Twitter. And I was keeping other people abreast of what was going on. And it was literally a case of fucking like about an hour or so after the first bombs had fallen. I'm like, fucking, right, where's this cunt? Right. Here you go. Here's this link. It's on, man. Fucking, like, I fucking saw it coming. And
Did
I'm just some
you?
dumb country bumpkin with just a fucking laptop and social fucking media. How the fuck come the fucking Australian government with the entirety of the Australian fucking intelligence services could not figure this shit out? That's a load of
Yeah.
shit. That, like, basically, in one aspect, it's most likely the fucking Yanks didn't want to tell us for the simple reason that they didn't want us to fuck it up for them. Which, yeah, like we can't trust our own fucking government. We don't blame you guys for not trusting us either.
Right. Yeah.
So
Um.
of course, they didn't fucking bother fucking sorting out the fuel, and now we're getting bitten in the ass by the Biden fucking bullshit, where they went and fucking used up everybody's strategic fuel reserves to give you guys like 3 cents a liter off for about two minutes back in fucking
Yeah.
when he was in. And
Um.
because Albanese's a fuckwit and won't fucking play nice with Trump, Trump's basically gone, well, you know, that first time when I was in and I topped off your fucking strategic fuel reserve for cheap, you can get fucked now.
And it's
So,
not even it's not even that Trump didn't want to sell Australia oil. We wanted to sell Australia oil for cheap because we'd
yeah,
taken we had a surplus, and
yeah,
we were like, well, we're gonna pay down the national debt. We may as well sell off the surplus stuff because we're golden for a while. And
kind of by rights, you kind of owe us because like
right,
we like well we bought it already for cheap Trump when Trump was first in, and then Biden fucking used it on us.
yeah,
So, like, you know, it wasn't like we used it, and then Biden never replaced it for us.
yeah.
So,
So we were all set to do it, but yeah, prime
now,
minister's like, nah, go fuck yourself, Trump.
here's the sinister fucking thing that's going to come out of that. It's pretty apparent at the moment the Labor Party is fucking going to use this because they've got that fucking stupid bloody green fucking renewable bullshit, fucking buy an EV and all this kind of crap. They fucking hate fucking petrol powered vehicles and coal fired power stations and fossil fuels. They're a bunch of fucking dumb cunts. They don't understand that like the country fucking runs on diesel that much that fucking we just cannot fucking get around it.
And diesel isn't even a petroleum product anymore. Most of it's biodiesel now.
Oh, we still use the crude shit.
Yeah, but there's still like you guys are still using the crude oil based stuff,
Mm,
but there's still like you guys are starting to mix in the corn based stuff too.
well, not necessarily with that. Now, we've been fucking shutting down all our refineries and shit, so we actually have to buy the finished product. We can't fucking refine it out here anymore because the Labor
Right.
parties are a bunch of fucking idiots. Because guess who's been shutting down all the fucking refineries?
Hmm.
And we don't have any fucking storage out here, so fucking it's literally we're using whatever's coming in, and we're supposed to have like 90 days worth of fuel, which we've only, but they keep claiming that we've got 30 days, which is fucking bullshit. No, we fucking don't. That's just judging by all the fucking petrol stations that are running out
Right.
and having to charge through the nose. And there's lots of independent ones that are saying that they're having to run to like 20, 30 cents a litre under what they bought the fuel for. So there's lots of them that are just conceding the fact that they're going to be shut in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Um, fucking, so
Hmm.
what they're doing there is they're basically fucking just going to let this fucking slide just so that like people run out of fuel and it's like, oh well then you can use buses and trains or just buy an EV. But then they've also gone ahead and they've gone and released a shit ton of like lower grade fuel. Now this
Yeah.
is going to affect the vehicle, like the vehicles even worse because like all the cars we got nowadays is like at the very bare minimum is designed to run on 95 octane.
Mm.
And this is like say 70 something octane and it's fucking dirty ass fuel and shit. And the whole
And
idea
they
behind the Labor Party releasing that is that you've got no choice but to put that through your car and it's going to fuck your engine, which means that you're going to have to get rid of your car. And well, while you're doing that, why don't you get an EV?
yeah.
So yeah, we're getting fucked over with this and it's all by fucking design.
Yeah. Did you I'm gonna change topics here because this one is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Pakistan was like, if the US bombs us, we're gonna nuke India. Did you see that?
I couldn't care fucking less. You two fucking bloody dirty left-handed country cunts can fucking wipe each other out and do us all a fucking favour. And they can send
Well,
all the cunts that fucking moved out here back. It's like, right, all the problems that you had there are gone now. Fuck off home.
yeah, right.
Sorry, sir, I do not want to go back to where the radiation is. You were going back to a place that was full of fucking pollution and shitting on the streets anyways, man. What the fuck's a little bit of
Right.
radiation?
Yeah. So I'm of two minds. Because the way I see it is the first person to let loose a nuke is going to be the first person to get counter nuked.
Yeah.
Which is going to like draw like attention from someone else to counter nuke the counter nuker, to be then counter nuked by someone else, to be counter nuked by someone else. And then the US will have no choice but to bring a big stick and go and knock your shit off.
I'm not entirely sure how that'll go if India and Pakistan fucking nuked each other. Whether anybody else would jump in, but it is that case with everybody else. You know, China, Russia, fucking France, England, America, and
Well,
Israel. If they all fucking started launching, then fucking like if one starts launching, then the retaliatory strike will come in, and then everybody else will be like, well, fucking, it's on now, so we've only got one chance of this, so fucking let them fly.
yeah. So the way I see it is, at the very least, I don't think China is going to do anything. China has no stake in India, Pakistan bullshit. They've got no
Yeah.
stake in it. They've got no stake in Iran. Which is why they've been very like they've been very quiet when it comes to Iran.
Yeah, well, they've been taking most of the Iranian oil, which is under sanction and all this kind of shit with ghost fleets, and they can't really say anything lest they fucking sort of let loose at like, oh yeah, we've been doing dodgy shit behind everyone's back.
They've been doing it out in the open though, and
Oh yeah,
everyone knows it, but
we
they'll have
know
to
this.
admit it.
We know this. It's just like
Right.
MH370. It was brought down in the South China Sea. We know this because they've been doing signal spoofing, and like the NOTAMs from from Qantas and a few other airlines have been saying, you know, from a foreign government that will remain unnamed, basically saying, yeah, we know it's fucking China, but we really don't want to hear them fucking have a big cry about them being accused.
Right, yeah. But they would have to come out and admit they've been doing shady stuff. And like the way the world is set up right now, I'm waiting because it's only a matter of time.
Mm.
And I'm gonna say it's by the end of Trump's White House bid or White House run right now. Because I think in the next few years, is Trump's been doing two things. He's been playing 4D chess, but he's also been slightly provocating China. Not enough that would warrant an international incident, but enough that would make them go, "Ooh, if we don't keep our mouth shut, they're gonna find out about everything."
Well, yeah, he's pushing that point there. Also, what he is doing as well is with Venezuela and Cuba
Mhm.
was probably going to be next, but mainly Iran is he's crippling their fuel supplies, and that's another
Right.
fucking stupid, naive fucking thing about the Labor Party too. Is they're like, oh, but China's still getting their fuel, and well, see, what we're thinking of doing is if we can't get our fuel through the Straits of Hormuz, is that we'll start selling LNG to China, and then hopefully they'll swap crude oil for that. And it's like, yeah, they could always turn around and say, no, we
Do
don't need any gas. Fuck off. See you later.
right. Do you think, and this is just a question that I'm going to pose because I know how prominent it was up until the mid 90s. Do you think Australia might move back to LPG?
LNG, liquid natural gas.
Well,
Well,
I was told it was LPG, liquid propane.
liquid petroleum gas, which is effectively propane. Yeah.
Yeah.
But propane, butane, it's pretty much similar stuff with just a couple of differences in atoms,
Yeah.
carbon atoms. Yeah, no, we're still like this is another thing that's been brought up a lot lately too. Is a lot of economists and shit have been pointing out the fact that like we are so fucking generous with our fucking natural resources. Like whereas like say Saudi Arabia for example, right? They'll sell oil and they fucking heavily tax the oil companies, the refineries and the drilling companies and all that kind of stuff, and
Right.
that goes back into the country and pays for like hospitals and roads and fucking schools and shit like that. We don't do that. We subsidise everybody else's shit. So when China buys 1,000,000 litres of fucking LNG off us, we actually give them a discount and a government grant so that they'll fucking buy it off us and all this. We've actually bribed them to fucking buy it, like instead of fucking taxing the fuck out of it, and we can't make any
Yeah.
fucking money. So yeah, no, we still have been doing like natural gas and all that kind of stuff. We were looking at using it as an alternate fuel for cars. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
cars in Australia that are dual fuel, where it's petrol and LNG or LPG.
Yeah.
Mainly the taxis that used to do that, um, and uh, and that was fucking fun because every time we'd rock up to a car fire, you check the number plate for the funny little diamond on the number plate that
Yeah.
told you that there was a hydrogen bomb in the boot. Um, we used to get them quite a few times. Thankfully they never blevied. Anyway, fucking, which is a boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion, and they're really fun. Um,
Yeah. They're not as fun as electrical fires, though. Specifically, battery fires
oh
from
yeah,
your
those.
fucking EVs.
Yeah, they're fucking. I'd hate to be fucking first on site up this way with fucking someone fucking trapped in an EV.
And those things explode for like no good reason.
Well, it's not just that; it's that you can't really go near the car anymore. Like fucking, say if I like it was a normal bloody car, yes, carcinogens and shit like that in there, but you
Yeah.
still be able to get close to it, probably break a window, drag some cunt out, or something like that. These things, the smoke is so fucking toxic and noxious that they actually have to dry clean the fucking the bunker gear for the fireys when they fight these things. It impregnates all the fucking gear. It gets into your skin and shit like that. Fucking, it's so poisonous. It's not fucking funny. And like a deep breath of this shit on site can fucking kill you.
Right.
Um,
Um, and it's hilarious to me because like car batteries are like the electric car batteries you're using.
mm,
Um, what was the one report? They like submerge cars in a body of water for
yeah,
weeks and like you
yeah,
pull it out and the thing still catches fire.
yeah,
And
yeah.
some of them
Fucking
even burn underwater. That's hilarious to
yep,
me.
yeah. Well, it's an oxidizing fire.
Yeah.
It creates its own oxygen to burn the fuel and the heat. Yeah, one way of
It does
dealing with
that
them
by
is that
splitting the water atoms.
yeah, there's one way of dealing with them, which is to basically just put them in a giant fucking dumpster bin full of water, and if you put it in cold water, like ice
Uh,
water, it's supposed to fucking help discharge the batteries and shit like that safely. But yeah, that's where they've also found out too that like when you pull the bastards out, they tend to spontaneously combust weeks later.
yeah, which is hilarious to me because, like, basically what you're doing for some of these, and it's hilarious because some of these you drop into the water, and especially if it's a salty body of water, there's more ions for the batteries to use as a conductive surface, effectively making a larger surface area around the batteries for more electricity to conduct around. And it's so there's so much voltage going through that surrounding area that you're basically turn the car into a coilless hydrogen generator,
Pretty much, yeah.
and the oxygen that gets like separated from the hydrogen in the water goes back into fueling those batteries. And there's as much in there that I think I read online. I could be wrong on this. I think I read somewhere that they could burn up to 6 months. Now that's probably an overestimation, but it
Uh,
wouldn't surprise me.
I haven't heard of one actually burning for that long,
No, that's
but
just what
the
they
theory
they
would be,
calculate it could.
yeah, the theory would be if you kept on dunking it to keep extinguishing it, it'll keep fucking burning for until all the fucking cells fucking bloody stop fucking. Like, yeah, the cells have used up their
Yeah, the
for want of a
material
better term,
inside them.
fuel.
Yeah.
Um, but what's also funny too is that there's like fucking 100,000 of these fucking all over the world at the moment. Just fields just full of fucking EVs that are either fucking secondhand or brand spanking new that no one wants to buy, and they're
Yeah.
just fucking sitting there. And eventually, one of them's going to catch fire by itself,
Mhm.
and then the rest of them are going to go, and it's going to be like a
Yeah.
massive ecological disaster
It's
of
gonna be
biblical
a
fucking
chain
proportions.
reaction. It's
Yeah,
gonna be more spectacular than watching a freaking, a a Fiero go up in flames.
yeah.
Or a
The problem,
Fiesta.
yeah, the problem is it'd be such a massive fucking fire that you'd have no option just to let the cunt burn out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all that pollution and toxic fucking smoke that's going to get into the atmosphere and shit.
Yeah, and it's gonna hang ar and that's all heavy metal pollution, so it's gonna hang around
Mm,
in the atmosphere for a long time.
mm. Yeah, there's fucking tons of them in China where there's like
Mhm.
like hundreds and hundreds of fucking
The
vehicles
China can justify it because they're already, like they
polluted as
don't
fuck.
see as much fucking sunlight as, like, half the countries on the planet do, and it's just
Well,
because
their ones are going to cause an ecological disaster similar to like
yeah.
a fucking major volcanic eruption
Oh,
where the
yeah.
cloud's going to circum fucking navigate the planet a couple of times before it starts to dissipate.
Yeah, and you're gonna get heavy metal rain, and
Mm.
heavy metal rain is not fun.
But also, too, what's funny is that a lot of these cars have been there that long that shit's overgrowing.
Oh, I know.
So, like, they're
Um
getting buried in like these fields of vines and shit, and it's going to be fucking funny in like say 100 bloody years or so. It's going to be like, oh, a long lost civilization. Holy shit, they had all these weird fucking old school cars and stuff. Like how they
Yeah,
fucking found bloody Machu Picchu. Like that was
right.
originally
It's
completely overgrown when they rediscovered that.
it's gonna be like the Springfield tire fire. 'Cause a tire, it's like a tire is impossible, especially the newer ones. They're like near impossible to set fire to. But once
Mm.
they get set on fire, there's literally no stopping it until it burns out.
Unless you're carrying a triple F,
Yeah, but
aqueous firefighting foam.
how many how much of this stuff is actually manufactured,
What, a
you
triple
know?
F?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not
we can get thousands and thousands of gallons of it whenever we want. Like we carry a 20-liter drum on it. Generally, is a 1 20-liter drum of A triple F and two B triple F, which is
yeah.
bush firefighting foam. It's effectively just fucking dishwashing liquid and fucking water or solution. And we also got this other stuff called wetting agent,
Mm,
which is you dunk a little bit of that in the top of the tank, and it fucking instead of like the droplets beading on leaves and stuff, it makes a film. Um,
okay.
but yeah, like, so and that's hooked up to an induction system that runs through the pump. There's a little dial on the back of the pump operator's fucking console where you can fiddle with the concentrations, and you can make a 20-liter drum go quite a way, like quite a while.
Okay.
Because we had Schofield's Airport in Blacktown, most of the trucks in Blacktown used to carry like the proper fucking foam inductor fucking um, nozzles, like those big fucking hollow things with like lets a lot of air through to aerate the fucking aerators. That's what they call them. We
Yeah.
even had a second one where it was designed to come off the 25 line, the little tiny yellow one, rolled up hose. And you plug the 25 mil line in the back of the branch. And there's another little hose that instead of it going through the induction system on the truck, you can actually just drop this fucking hose in the top of the drum itself. Like so, you can walk it
Mm,
sort of up to the edge of the fire, and then it'll sort of suck it up like that, like a fucking paint sprayer kind of thing. But you're shooting foam instead. That's more
interesting.
because like we had that equipment more because of that fucking airport that was closed down, but it was still sort of semi-active just in case of emergencies.
Yeah.
And it was funny one day too. I was sitting up at fucking Plumpton headquarters in the comm centre, and there was a fucking house fire. And Schofield's the Schofield's brigade itself had two tankers. The Alpha truck, Schofield's one Alpha. They fucking that was their village firefighting truck. That was the one with all the breathing apparatus and all that kind of stuff. But Schofield's one Bravo was the only truck in Blacktown that was just dedicated, designed to do aviation fires.
Okay.
Anyway, so fucking call comes through, and Annette White gets on the fucking comms like, yeah, Schofield's one Alpha. Can you respond to House of Light, blah, 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 whatever address it was? And then they get halfway there, and like they call in for something, and they call in Schofield's one Bravo.
Mm.
And I've like me and Annette looked at each other and went, "Did they just fucking say Bravo?" She gets on, it's like, Schofield's one Alpha. Did you just call yourself Schofield's one Bravo? And I go, yeah, no, we were in Schofield's one Bravo. And I said, you do realize you're going to a house fire in a fucking aviation firefighting truck, you fucking idiots. Congratulations, leave all the actual gear you need at home, you fucking spastics. But that was Schofield's brigade. There was like 500 members, and all of them were fucking inbred.
Oh God.
All of them were related. Actually, it was Schofield's that was part of the reason why I ended up fucking transferring out of Blacktown, because we were going to merge. We wanted to merge with Penrith, because our geographically, Shane Park's next two brigades was Landilo and Berkshire Park, and Landilo is spelt in a way that it kind of looks like Land of the Dildo. Now, their next pumper, their next village firefighting vehicle is Regentville, and that's a 20-minute drive away, where we're fucking 6 minutes away from Shane
Right.
Park. And we carry 4 sets and 4 spare cylinders of breathing apparatus on our truck, but Penrith didn't. We got ours donated to us by the Lions Club. And Penrith is a poor cousin. So we were making we were trying to make the argument that, like, instead of waiting 20 minutes for a pumper from Regentville, we're at the very most probably 8 minutes away, because we can guarantee an 8-minute response time even on pages in our own footprint, and these guys are literally fucking next door. And fucking, so we wanted to go do that, but Schofield's didn't want to, because even though they were the furthest possible distance from the nearest possible part of Penrith area,
Mhm.
they didn't want their funds going to fund other brigades in another area. So yeah, we had this meeting with the Blacktown mayor, and it was supposed to be up at Rudy Hill RSL Club,
Okay.
and everyone was supposed to attend, all members. And then fucking Schofield sent a bloody a delegation of like 6 people, and then had a big fucking cry that, like, oh no, the full brigade wasn't allowed to come, so we want to call shenanigans on this meeting, and then have another one. Well, of course, the fucking mayor was from Schofields, and he was all fucking related to the brigade as well.
Right.
And he decided that they were going to have their own meeting at Schofield Station, and fuck everybody else basically. So, and I've actually got this on film too. It's up on YouTube, where like
Yeah.
pretty much every fucking brigade, like we had two tankers fucking sit in the Plumpton headquarters just to cover our area and shit. But the rest of the brigades, we all fucking formed up at Plumpton, and we all fucking rocked up to Schofields. The next thing you know, like, their station's getting very, very cramped, with the rest of the fucking the rest of the areas fucking showing up with like four strikers and like fucking 9 tankers worth of fucking fire crew.
Right.
And like when we walked in the door, they shit themselves because they thought we didn't know this was going on. And fucking, so we had that fucking meeting right then and there. And of course, well, fucking, you know, other shenanigans went on, and I'm sort of like, oh, I'm only here to fucking do the job and save lives and shit. I'm not interested in this political fucking bullshit. They did merge like with Penrith. They merged with Penrith, Liverpool, Fairfield, Borkham Hills, and I can't remember somewhere else. But anyway, it turned into like a combined Cumberland area. So
Okay.
it's not really known as Blacktown as such. It's part of Cumberland.
Okay.
So yeah, then shortly after that, I'm transferred up to Warringah Pittwater. It was a change of scenery. It was all mountainous areas and stuff like that. Not as many small calls, but just like a couple of really big bastards.
Yeah. Well, that had to have been a nice transfer, though, especially considering all the interstation politics going on.
Yeah, it was a massive change of scenery because it went from the western suburbs of Sydney, where all the dead shits and fucking dole bludgers and scumbags, and basically you wouldn't piss on the joint if it was on fire, all the way up to the hoity-toity area of the northern beaches. This is like up around where they used to film fucking Home and Away,
Mm-hmm.
like up near Avalon.
Right.
So I was up in Warringah Pitwater Headquarters Brigade, which is up in Terry Hills, which is just up the mountain from Avalon. And yeah, it was a lot more like raft work, like remote area firefighting team work, fucking big fucking hazard reductions, fucking even some like maritime stuff too, because we had 2 boats at one point. One turned into a submarine thanks to Scotland Island. But yeah, there's a few times we went out with the boat. It was actually during 2001, like Christmas fucking day, trying to find a fucking marine mechanic to fix one of the boats. That was fucking fun. That was really
the
cool
marine
too.
mechanic after all, did you?
Yeah, no, like we fucking needed this cunt like so fucking bad it wasn't funny. They no shit told me, jump in a PC, respond to this address, pick this guy up, respond to his work, grab his fucking tools, respond down to the fucking. So I'm just driving around fucking the northern beaches with lights and sirens going fucking like everywhere. It was fucking fun.
It sounds fun, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. It was basically all under myself at that point.
Wow.
There's another massive hazard reduction.
You got a whole truck to yourself, Farty. Look at that.
Yeah, it was a Land Cruiser troop carrier with flashing lights on it. Anyway, fucking there was another massive hazard reduction we did in Barara Waters National Park, and fucking all that night, crews further up the road doing fucking like Widowmaker patrols. It's like trees that are burnt most of the way through, and we call them Widowmakers because when they fall over, they're fucking gonna fall on someone. It's like they fucking aim for it, and like there's numerous occasions where like they've fallen over the cab of the truck and directly over the fucking driver's seat.
Oh wow!
They've killed fucking heaps of people over the years. Yeah, so like that's another thing. Like, look up, stay alive, not just for drop bears, but fucking Widowmakers might get you too.
Damn.
Anyway, so I'm down the end of this fucking roadway, up this. There was this car park, and then a little bit further down, there was this big fucking sort of round sort of circle area where the government buses could turn around and go back.
Sort of like a
terminus point for their run.
Yeah, sort of like a roundabout, but for buses.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was told to stop people at this fucking boat ramp thing because there was a little car park where they could turn around. And fucking someone from the council was going to come and actually properly shut the road with fucking barricades and all that kind of shit. And I was just to wait there until that happened. Anyway, a couple of cops come down, and we get into this argument over where the road was going to get blocked. And they're saying the bus turnaround. I'm like, yeah, but this is the boat ramp. The bus turnaround's up the road and around the corner. And they go, no, this is the bus turnaround. I was like, no, it's not. It's up the road and around the corner. Next thing you know, like, we're in this fucking, I got the street directory out, and we're in this fucking shouting match in the middle of this dark fucking patch of fucking national park. We're fucking like abusing the fuck out of it. No, you stupid fuck. Look, it's here on the map. There's the boat ramp. We're fucking there. You stupid fucking pig cunt. So, no, you don't fucking believe shit. Fucking, you stupid fuck. You wouldn't know what the fuck's going on. Well, I'm from up here. You're from fucking down here. Get fucked here. So go up the fucking road and have a fucking look. Do you see any bus stops here, you stupid fucking asshole? There's a bus stop right next to the fucking big fucking round part of the road where it turns into a big fucking round thing. You can't fucking miss it, you stupid. Anyway, this is going on for like 20 fucking minutes, right? And then like this group captain comes out of fucking nowhere. He's like, what the fuck's going on here? And this bloody cop arcs up with, you're a stupid fucking firefighter, doesn't know where he is. I was like, I'm trying to tell these dumb cunts, it's like the fucking bus turn circle, it's up the fucking road. And the group captain's going, it is up the road, you two fuckwits. Stop fucking harassing my firefighter and fuck off somewhere else.
That's great, dude.
That's not the first time I've fucking ripped up a fucking copper on the fire ground. Fucking there's another one up in Barara itself, and like we'd worked our way along this fucking peninsula thing. We're coming back up the road, And as we were leapfrogging other units, it was like smoke issuing from this house, and we
Yeah.
got stopped and deployed. And funny little incident with the commissioner standing under this house that's currently on fire with a fucking news crew next to me. Fucking, I'm covering exposures out the back, and fucking the fucking deputy commissioner, fucking. He'd only just retired now. Fucking, I can't remember his name, but he's this dark fucking fella, and he's like one of those cunts that like has like wrinkles in his face, but it looks like he hasn't fucking been able to wash the crap out of the wrinkles in his face for a good long while.
Oh
But it's actually
no.
just more like his stubble. But anyway, he's walked over and he's gone, for fuck's sake, don't wet the commissioner. And I'm like, what the fuck is the commissioner doing under a burning building? And he goes, oh, good point. So they all fucked off. And then they're going, oh, Macca, we need your hose up here. We're going to do an offensive attack inside. So I bring the hose back up the front. And there's this like hedgerow kind of thing with this archway. And there's this short little tiny fucking thing. I'm assuming it's a girl. Blue overalls, fucking nappy around its face. And
Did you just assume someone's gender farty? Oh my god.
I don't fucking care what the bloody thing was, and you'll find out exactly how much I don't care how much what that fucking thing was by the end of this discussion. It was wearing a plastic spastic and goggles, so it's a bit androgynous. But anyway, so I've come up to this archway thing, past the hose through, and sort of nudge this thing out the road, so I move. Anyway, so. And they've gone, like, pass the hose over, and they go, can you go grab us a ladder? And I'm like, right, no worries. And I spin around, and this fucking thing standing behind me, I just pick it up and just place it to one side. It's like, get out of the fucking road. Anyway, so go to the truck, grab the ladder, come back, and this fucking stupid fucking cunt still standing in this fucking archway. So I've just fucking gave the fucking ladder a massive swing and sent the little cunt flying. Anyway, so I've given them the ladder, and I've gone back to the truck to see what else they need doing. I said, yeah, can you run us a 65 down to that pumper there? It's hooked up to the hydrant. So, yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
Bowled out 65, gave one end to the fucking pump operator, come down in the pumper, hooked it up, turned water on, called water on. And it's the first time in like about 2.5 hours that like I'd actually had like fucking 30 seconds to catch me breath.
Right.
So I'm there fucking exhausted as fuck, brother, leaning up against his truck, and this bloody plain clothes copper with a police, just a baseball cap with fucking shoulder flash sewn onto it.
Right.
Walks past, he goes, oh, where's the fire at? And I'm like, are you fucking retarded, cunt? It's fucking everywhere. He's like, oh, are you all right? It's like, no, I'm not all right. Can you fuck off and stop asking me stupid fucking questions? He sort of like waddled off with like, what did I do to deserve that? Look on his face. Oh dear, and that was actually one of like a dozen times that I met the commissioner at the time, Phil Coburberg, because he was going up and down the bloody street, right? And like we'd met him up the top of the one side of the road, and he's just running through. Everyone's like, "G'day, I'm Phil Coburberg. I'm Phil Coburberg," shaking hands and shit. And then so we've leapfrogged like a K or so down the road. But by that point, he's made it down that way, and he's like reintroducing himself. And then, like, we've leapfrogged further down the road, another 2 Ks, and then, like, by that point, he's met up with us again. And I'm like, don't you fucking recognize me by now? And it's like, he did it, like, 2 more fucking times, too. It was like, just after I told this fucking copper to fuck off, it was like, Phil Coburberg. I was like, oh, I'm Phil Coburberg. How you going? It's like, I know. I just almost fucking drenched you under the bloody house.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious, dude.
It was about a week later. We had to go into Rose Hill to get some radio swapped over. And this is how good Phil Coburberg was, right? He's fucking, he's part of the reason why I'm still here. I don't know whether nowadays to fucking to hate him for it or not. Anyway, but we're just sitting outside smoking, fucking waiting for these cunts to swap the radios over. And here comes Phil Coburberg. And we just went, oh, yeah, he's coming. Hey, I'm Phil Coburberg. How you going? Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, met you before. Anyway, so he stands there, chain smokes 2 fucking durries whilst, like, reciting off fucking from memory the 200 and something fucking fires that we had around the bloody state and their current conditions. Oh, we've lost this one, we've lost this one, we've lost this one, we're about to lose this one, this one's under threat, this one's contained, we've blacked this one out, fucking, this one's combined with another one, these 2 have linked up, fucking, it's like, holy bloody shit. He just sat there, chain smoked 2 darts and then fucked off. I've got to go, guys. See you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And then after he when he retired, they had fucking Shane Fitzsimmons, who I had zero fucking faith in at all. I actually had I have a couple of videos on YouTube saying that fucking this cunt's going to get cunts killed.
Right.
Because like the first fucking decent year he had, and like we didn't even break fucking double digits in major fires in the state, and like we've had fucking instances where like they've 200 to 300 fires burning in the state at the same time, and these are major fires, not just fucking pissy little grass fires and shit. So he's only had like, I think it was about 8 at the time, and he's on fucking TV profusely bloody sweating. He looks like he's clenching his ass to stop him from shitting himself. Like the cunt was fucking panicking, and I'm like, holy Christ, this cunt's going to get someone killed. And during the 2019 fires, 5 firefighters ended up being killed. 2 of them we had to fucking import from the United States.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, and then like just after that season, he decided to quietly fucking resign, citing that he thinks he's done enough for the service and was just going to resign whilst the going's good. And it's sort of like, yeah, run away, you cunt, before any cunt fucking starts asking questions. So then they appoint him to this fucking organization called Resilience. And they were supposed to be the organization that was handling the fucking mental health fucking care of the firefighters.
Right.
And I was fucking dubious about this cunt being in charge of that, because I already understood he was a massive clusterfuck. Well, he was that bad at operating that organization that when he was fired from it, they actually had to disband Resilience. Like the whole fucking thing.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how bad that cunt was. Holy bloody shit.
Crazy, dude.
Oh
shit.
How do I fucking get onto that?
I had started about tire fires, and you
that's
just
right. Let's talk about AFFF.
Yeah, you leapt from that to story to story to story, and it was one hell of a ride, I say. But with that, we're gonna head on out of here, everyone. Thank you all for hanging out with us today. We will see you again very soon. If not, well, that's your loss.